We strongly, in the strongest terms, condemn the carelessness, responsible and inflammatory remarks remarkably made by the former Deputy President regarding Gachagua, who publicly called for punishment and citation of Mount Kenya artist statement, normalize hostility, embolden extremists, and create an imaginable and eventual actionable. Allow me to repeat that. Such reckless statements normalize hostility, embolden extremists, and create an environment where violence against dissenting voices becomes imaginable and eventually actionable. Leadership demands restraint, wisdom, and responsibility, not threats, intimidations, or political bullying. It is therefore deeply disturbing that a leader seeking the highest office in the land would engage in divisive rhetoric that undermines democracy, freedom of expression, and national unity. Kenya is a constitutional democracy, not a political cult, where citizens are punished for independent thoughts or political association. The politics of fear, coercion, and vengeance has no place in the modern society of our beloved country, Kenya. History has repeatedly shown that when influential leaders weaponize anger and tribal emotions, ordinary Kenyans become the targets. Words matter. Public statements matter. Leaders must understand
and then this is just
Yes. As we continue, history has repeatedly shown that when influential leaders weaponize anger and tribal emotions, ordinary Kenyans become the targets. Words matter. Public statements matter. Leaders must understand that reckless utterances carry consequences beyond political rallies and television. We call upon one, investigative agencies to conduct swift, transparent, and through investigations into Ruto'S attack and death. Number two, political leaders across the divide to reject citizens and condemn intolerance. Number three, Kenyans to defend the constitutional rights of every Kenyan, every citizen, regardless of their political affiliation or association. Human rights organizations and women leaders to stand firmly against political motivated violence and intimidation. We further call for peaceful vigils to all towns across Kenya to honor Rachel and all victims of political intolerance and violence. Let the nation stand united in demanding justice, dignity, and protection of democratic freedoms. Additionally, this afternoon we shall present a formal petition to the Inspector General of Police demanding organs investigations, accountability, protection of witnesses, and immediate action against those spreading dangerous incitements and hate. I submit this statement to the Fourth Estate and allow my colleagues to be able to input a few words, and I continue condemning strongly as a woman that it is our right to choose which associations we want to be associated with politically, and it is wrong for anybody to castigate that. I submit.
My name is Member of Parliament, and first, on behalf of my family, the people of Berenos, I extend my sincere condolences to Ruto'S family and tell them that we stand with them in this difficult time and we will support them all the way. And I want to say, Kenyans, what we have witnessed with the Ruto'S case is something that should not happen in Kenya. A democracy that is guarded by the Constitution and laws that we passed as a republic. To have a young woman, a mother, a sister, a wife, a daughter be treated in such inhumane manner, meet such a death, untimely and cruel, is unacceptable and should be condemned by all leaders across the political divide. We are expectant of a statement from the opposition because we know this attack was politically motivated. She came out with a tattoo of a sitting president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and she was accosted and this happened. I want to confirm that I was with the family at DCI homicide headquarters. The investigations are ongoing and I believe we are going to see in the next few days action being taken against whoever did this shameful and despicable act against our sister, the late Rachel. In a cold slab in here, a young woman who, a day like this last week, was full of life and expressing the support to our leader, President William Samoei Ruto. She lies here, you know. It's actually really painful. No crime at all, you know. And I want to urge members of the Fourth Estate to circulate this so that anyone who feels that they can make political statements aimed at maligning a section of the public that sees what the president is doing and supports the president, it cannot happen today. Otherwise, I thank you all for coming. I thank our supporters who came in their large numbers, and we say we are going to continue this. We are going to sensitize until the opposition comes out and condemns this act, or they tell us whether they are mobilizing their supporters against us. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me also take this opportunity to convey my condolences and that of my family and the UD party for the loss of Rachel through these most heinous, most barbaric acts. And let me also take this opportunity to say that we are not living in normal times. We are living in extraordinary times. And I think it's incumbent upon all leaders to know that we are living in very, very delicate situation as a country. Anybody has got an opportunity to cause chaos, to incite. It's so cheap to organize a demonstration even of 50 people. It does not anybody. You don't even have to be a leader to do it. If you want to use your influence for negative reasons, it is so easy and so cheap to do that. But I just hope that leaders can realize the consequences and the weight of the influence they carry. I think it is sufficient to say that it is a democratic right of anybody to have a political opinion. Rachel's only fault was to have a tattoo of a leader of her choice. Surely, how can that be a crime? And I want to say this. Rachel is not going to be buried alone. In my county of Kiambu, 5 people died as a result of the demonstrations. 2 people died in Naivasha. Out of the 9 people who passed away during the demonstrations 2 days ago, they were all from my community. They were all from, for the first time, everybody who died, the IC is from the Kikuyu community. So Rachel just adds to that particular number. And this is a message I want to pass, especially to people from my community. We have sunk this law, where human life does not matter. I observe with a lot of concern and worry that even human rights bodies, even Kenya Human Rights Commission, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, they have not spoken on this matter. Is Rachel's life less important than that of other Kenyans? Even other women rights issues, and I want to commend Senator Mutinda for coming out here, women members of parliament. I am appalled by the low capacity for anger among our women leaders on this matter. And I want to tell them that Rachel's life matters just like that of other women. The people who are talking about femicide, it is also femicide, even if it's politically motivated. And let me say this as I wind up. Let me say this with all honesty. I will defend the right of people in the opposition to be in the opposition. To my death, I will fight for their right to be in the opposition. But equally, they need to safeguard the right of those people who are supporting government. That's the kind of democracy that we fought for. Democracy is not democracy for the opposition. Democracy is democracy for the opposition and democracy for people who are supporting government. And if action is not taken, and taken swiftly, 207 will be a picnic, as Krieger said. We are just 1 year short of an election. Do you people want, I heard some people who could not pass by Naivasha 2 days ago say that Naivasha is a Strait of Hormuz. Githurai is a Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. For example, if you are from Western Kenya and you think this is a problem for this particular region, if you cannot pass by Naivasha next year when we are going to see your loved ones, how would you feel? So let us not really parochialize and regionalize these issues. As a country, when injustice happens to one person, it needs to be a concern for all Kenyans. And I can see here that I can see with some leaders in this country, we are headed for very, very, very delicate times. And the danger is, today we are going to depend on government and police to defend ourselves. Tomorrow we will defend ourselves and we will do the needful. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. On just maybe a question. All of you have talked about the linking of the tattoos on the deceased to her murder. On what basis are you making that?
We are making it because of reckless statements which people of the leader of so-called leader of the opposition, Gachagua, has said, if you find people of Tutam, jeer them. If you find people of Tutam, even the artists who are supporting Tutam, don't go for their events. It is possible to actually create opportunistic attacks. Yeah. I'm not saying directly related, but anybody can now take advantage of such utterances which are not worthy of any so-called leader. Yeah.
And they should stop targeting women. They think we are weak targets. Yeah. Otherwise tutatoa nguo hizi town sasa kama hivyo ndio wanataka. Justice for Rachel.
Sheila, let me finish by saying this. Rachel plus 9 others of the Kikuyu community have died. The Gachagua, even if you become kingpin, you are going to be kingpin of dead people. Shame on you. Yeah.
Good.
Kwa majina yangu naitwa Lled Wakanairo, mimi ndio national patron wa Tutam Brigade, na sisi tumekuja hapa leo kwa sababu tuko na hasira nyingi sana kwa sababu ya kifo ya Rachel ambayo ilifanyika kwa sababu tu kidogo sana kusupport Rais William Ruto na kuweka tattoo yake kwa nguo yake, kwa mwili wake. Sisi tunataka kusema leo vile Senator Tabitha amesema, kuanzia saa hii hatutaki mazoeano na tumechoka. Kama mnaona wanawake ndio viumbe dhaifu ya kutaje, kuanzia leo mjue tumetuma message. Tumesema tumechoka na tutangojea mwingine achomwe. So wale walihusika, wacha hii sababu kama warning. Sisi wanawake Kenya mzima tutatoa nguo tuweke kwa kichwa. Kuanzia leo, mnataka kuchoma ngapi ndio mtosheke? Kuanzia leo tumestate kwamba tutasimama na mama wetu wa Tutam nationally. Tutavote kwa amani. Mkae mkijua hivyo na tutarudisha William Samoei Ruto asubuhi mapema. Na tunashukuru sana wanahabari na Mungu awabariki.
Mundia.
Justice.